Hello?
Testing microphone. Testing microphone. This should work.
Welcome everybody to a normal day in Australia.
Yeah. Completely normal day.
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing wrong. Absolutely
com-
nothing's wrong here. It's just Australia.
yeah.
It's literally just Australia.
Yeah, I mean, it literally is just Australia on I would say, a pretty special day as well. You know, it is election day,
Mm,
so for
mm.
democracy, I hope you all voted out there for your choices and had a little democracy sausage. That was, I didn't get to
Uh,
have one for myself, but I've had a good time. I mean, first
yeah,
time for me voting, so I mean, it's a special day for that. But now, as I'm gonna rotate my camera
yeah.
around,
I'll do that as well.
come
Uh,
this way. I'm joined here by my great colleague Toby, real Toby G. How you going, my friend?
pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, my first time casting for VCL, also first time casting with Portugal. So got to be on board, got to be here. Yeah. Anyway, what games do we have today, Por? What games do we
Oh,
have?
well, listen, election day is exciting, but let me talk to you about this. Maybe it's not the most exciting thing today. It is E King versus Venus Side Hustle. Ooh, it's a good game. These E King, obviously, I mean, I've said this about three. I think the last 2 times I've casted this team 3 times in a row, so I know this team very well. This is the former Bonkers team. Obviously, with the core of Minimize, Dragon, and Lou, they've added Akana from last year JFT, who we obviously know how good he is as a player, and Kadiri as well last year, who played, I believe, split free for Internet Cafe, young prodigy in the scene. So this team has looked like the best team so far. Have not dropped a map, one of the only 2 teams to not drop a map so far. And round differential, they are the best. They haven't even let up 6 rounds yet in the entire split so far. They are 5-0. They've played about 10 games, and they have not let up one, Toby. They've not let up one. How crazy is that?
Okay, so yeah, I haven't been keeping up with VCL at the moment. I really haven't been doing much within the scene, but hearing that stat is insane. I know that these guys were good, but not this good.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean so not only not lost a map, they've not let up any map go towards at least 6 to opponents of favorites. It's been kept under to at least 5 or below. So that is how dominant we're talking about.
Insane.
Yeah, that's how dominant we're talking about is this E King team, everybody. And while, as you can see, the light shines on my face, you can just see Vina Side Hustle as they're a team that obviously very great start to the season, right? They go 3-0, you know, they only lose 1 map to OG. They're thinking, oh, we could really do something here against, I think, the top 2 teams here in, you know, Long and Friends and of course this team in E King. But obviously what happened a couple days ago was I think the shock upset of the split so far was Vina Side Hustle losing 2-1 to Source Gaming. They won Lotus 13-4. They lost both overtimes. That seemed to dim their mental a lot, Toby, as the next one they went against. It was Long and Friends, a really huge matchup for them. Could have snuck themselves into a 2-seed and maybe shown themselves a chance of maybe clinching the top of this group. But they got smacked around a 2-0 by Long and Friends, 5-13 and 4-13. So the mental side of them has not been the best for them, unfortunately. And while, you know, this is a chance to really grab back, they don't have the momentum on their side, which I do think you need. You require to need to beat a team like this. You know, especially when we're looking statistically, probably at the best Oceania team right now. But you know, for what was I going to say? For these 2 teams, it's going to be, you know, interesting in that I think for E King, this match actually really doesn't matter competitively in a weird way. Their next opponents is Long and Friends. So even if they lose this one, if they beat Long and Friends, they'll still top the group. And then vice versa, if they win here and Long and Friends lose, and then Long and Friends win, then so it's kind of like a testing game for them, if you want to say. And
yeah, maybe.
And also, they want to keep that undefeated streak alive. Vina, in terms of, you know, Vina Side Hustle, they're an awesome team. You know, in terms of what we saw at the start of the season, but the Source Gaming loss, that was heartbreaking. That was a really bad loss for them. And, you know, I don't think they maybe were mentally ready to. They didn't have the momentum they had beforehand to get against Long and Friends, and, you know, they maybe disappointed a couple people. So, you know, tonight it's going to be hard to even take a map away from E King, Toby, but it's going to be interesting to see how, if they can get past, first of all, that 5 threshold and at least get to 6, which no other team has made it to. But can they make a map competitive against this E King roster?
I mean, if they manage to take the map, like even one map, even that, this is history for the entirety of Split 1. As there's nobody that has gotten past 6 rounds, as you just said earlier. There's nobody that's gotten past 6 rounds against E King. So if they manage to get past 6, whether that be because E King is slacking off or they're just the goats, that's insane. This is insane for Split 1. So doing something here proves that E King can be defeated at some point in the tournament. They can.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not impossible, especially, you know, we look at E-King. This is going to be an interesting match in terms of how we compare the strengths of both them and Long and Friends, because that match I think is going to be the biggest match to end out the group stage for a lot of people. So it's going to be really interesting to see that. Just looking at the VLRs, I just pulled it up. I mean, if you want to know, Minimize is top. Minimize and Lou are the exact same rating. Minimize did very well last time, so it will be interesting here. And I mean, we should talk about one thing while we're waiting here. We should get Matt Vito on. Let's get Matt
Yeah,
Vito.
we should get the map beaters.
Because yeah, but I was going to say about King. They've got Minimized Lou 1.50, Dragon Akana are like top 5 as well. It's crazy how good the team is. In terms of looking at I'm trying to find in terms of looking at Venus Side Hustle, you're probably looking at need to find the player here as this is bad thing. This is bad timing as we'll just talk about the Vito while I actually scroll down. Vito is looking like this. Haven, Lotus, classic. And then we've got Icebox as a decider. So if it does go to a decider, it's a very interesting map. I would probably pick, if I had to say who I would go here, I think E-King probably, I mean, it's just comfortability on all maps. And I think E-King, it will depend on the first 2 maps, like how they go against Side Hustle. They've been so good on Haven. That's been a key strength towards them. And while for for Lotus, that was actually a pick I think we saw last time by Chill K Foxes against E-King. It didn't go that well. They actually lost harder on that map pick than Haven. So it will be interesting to see if that E-King are used to these maps, but for Side Hustle, it's about comfortability, and they have comfortability on these maps. Icebox is going to be a bit of a different game there in terms of, Side Hustle has played on it, but I really think the top teams, I feel like have an advantage on that map. So this is going to be, again, a really hard side for Side Hustle, but, this is anything can happen in VCL. We saw it, like I said, with Source Gaming. Nobody expected that result. Could Side Hustle find the upset here? It's going to be interesting, Toby.
I mean, like, really, Icebox hasn't been played that much during the tournament, but we can see through statistics that E-King has won on it twice out of the 2 games they played. So obviously they have a really strong grip over most of the maps that we've been playing in the tournament. It's going to be really big struggle for Venus Side Hustle to even try to get 6 rounds out of this. It's going to be really hard. And if they do, it's going to be monumental. Again, like, it'll be crazy for the entirety of the one.
Yeah, and we're going to get into ages like in a bit. I did find the player I want to talk about, Vex, the duelist. He's 1.115 rating in terms of that. Maybe not the rating in terms of, in terms of what Minimize and Lou and Dragon and Akana have, but he's still been a key player and a key player for this Venus Side Hustle team. Of course, it is going to be just interesting to see how this all goes down here. So, I mean, we're getting agent selects right now, so it's going to be. I mean, looking at the comps right now, I don't think there's anything that really surprises me. Anything that surprises you, Toby?
Not really. These are really like standard agents that you would use in a Haven comp. Because Haven really is just all about getting info and taking a site really quickly. There really isn't that much to Haven. You just take control of a site, take control of space, and just take a site quickly. That's it. That's really it. So these agent comps really focus on that, and that's why they are really good on Haven. That's why these agents specifically are chosen often by teams.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be interesting here to see how it goes as we transition into it. And well, folks, this is Venus Side Hustle, named after Vina. If you remember, he was part of JFT, I believe, as a substitute. Akana, and Akana, of course, last year was a part of it. So a bit of a teammate rivalry there in terms of former teammates in Akana and Vina. But who's going to be the one that goes out?
Alarm bot out.
It's going to be interesting as I get my dressing gown off, as I'm just excited for this. As here we go, we start the action here. You can see, looks like it's going to be an A. The default has actually minimized as the first one dead. So Suave gets the kill on minimize. Akana taking out long here, and while he will stop, another question actually does get Kadiri. So this is a great start for Venus Sidehouse. And you can just see slowly going back. They found the kills they wanted, just a bit of damage onto the breach, everybody. And you could just see slowly going back. Looks like it's going to be a rotation to C, but does seem like King has kind of read this. They have got the correct stack here in terms of one going garage and one going onto side. Children playing that flank as well. They will go into side, and well, it's two on side. They have to find something. Lou does find one in terms of X, and Lou finds another. King Lou, his name, is what he does, and well, they're a bit stuck here. It's now a 3v3 situation, and well, unfortunately for them, no side control is there. They know all the players are there now. 40 seconds remaining onto the clock, and you could just see the spam. If anything came out, then somehow he blew the round. Could be a lot different. They're actually rotating
30 seconds
back.
left.
The
King.
yes, the delay.
King read us wrong.
Yeah, the delay.
He read it wrong.
C, and they thought they would rotate towards A, and well, the assumption is wrong. So they will get a free site plan. Good call by the side of Venus Sidehouse there, as terms of how they got sight there in terms of just waiting for the hit and knowing that the rotations could be a possibility here for the side of King. But now 3v3 does feel like this is a round. Even already they have to win. It was a 5v3 situation. Dragon in a bit of a trouble. So you can see, Lou gets another. Queestock gets another. Dragon, but Akana gets one. And now it's only one player left. And unfortunately, it's one player that is Suave, and nothing can be found. So the post-plan situation does not go according to plan there for Venus Sidehouse. And well, that is your round. That is Venus Sidehouse. Venus Side Hustle. I mean, maybe they do need a house, but
maybe they do. Maybe they do. Especially after that egregious side take that they tried to do. Almost happened. Almost won. They just shut down by a paranoia, and their Jet Vex just really didn't know what to do much there. He just was stuck on side, couldn't do much. And Lou just stood his ground, got the kills, shut down the side take. That's it.
They've might have been a bit of a house there in the post plan, maybe not hustling along too much and playing that fast pace or incorrect positions. Oh my goodness, the blind stack, but how does Minimize get away from that? Minimize is going to live somehow, but he does live, I believe, with that outlaw. You can just see now mid control being established here by the side of Venus Side Hustle. So seeing if they're going to go B here. You see the trips onto B. Cypher Cam is in garage, so that will spot anyone out if he dares use it at the correct time. Kadiri so good with the Sentinels picks. You can see stunners coming out. Queestock actually going through. And Malvin on the side, but Kadiri does just find one with the trip. And that is just the person's dead. I actually don't even think they caught him. He just shot in the dark there to try and get Queestock. And well, Akana gets another. And well, unfortunately, Vino House does get minimized, but Dragon finishes off the round. That will be it. 2-0 to the side of E-King. At least one gone, one gun is going to be dropped here by the side of E-King, but and plan as well, but unfortunately nothing could be found there. Maybe a bit of luck there for Kadiri. He's trying to get the killjoy, but accidentally got the breach, but E-King will take that all day. And it's just going to be such an interesting game here. I mean, nothing really to report on until after this round. I feel like this is where you can get things accelerating for the side of E-King. If you get the bonus here, it can be a bit... It could turn to a really bad situation here for Venus Side Hustle, and they just need to keep their mental into the game already, just make sure, they were really close in that pistol round. The ideas are there by Venus Side Hustle. It's just execution a bit better by King right now. Spotted there in mid, and well, that's going to give information towards the defender side, but also they know one is in garage. You can see long control being established as well by the side of Venus Side Hustle. So they'll take the C long, but you can see just playing these default positions, not overly committing to something, which I do like. I think this is a great. But Dragon actually gets Quinson, but Minimize actually does die there, so they might even get a rotate, and they have to go quick, but maybe they don't expect only one player to be towards A, just clearing it out, making sure nobody's long, nobody's in sewer. It kind of does have this thing, and it's a powerful weapon here. You can just see there's actually 3 players. I did not know how Kadiri died there, but Kadiri is dead. Minimize also dead. So this is a very good chance for Venus Side Hustle. And you can just see Vex. He's got to clear this corner.
30 seconds
left. He has to clear this corner. Make sure
the
corner's done.
The position.
He just did it. He just did it at the end of the day. And Akana gets 2 and Dragon gets 1. And well, now it's a 2v1 situation. Just a bit too quick in terms of that. And maybe didn't expect the player there. He did clear it a bit, but I didn't maybe believe the player was there and just went and swung to the right side. And you can just see, this is perfect timing. Swami does find 1. He's stuck in the corner. That is what Venus Side Hustle needed. Exactly what they needed. A good execute onto side, but it was almost ruined by Akana. But Suave, he gets that 2v1 clutch situation. Your 4D King played it perfectly, but they didn't. Just a bit of time for Suave to get the 2 kills, Toby, and that was the round.
Oh my goodness. What did we just watch? What did we just watch, man? Akana not getting cleared into a clutch from Suave. I mean, yeah, it really can go either way right now.
It really can. Way. Akana, but he couldn't this first pick. The amount of map control, I do like that Venus Side Hustle is showing here. We need to start trying to win these duels. The ideas are correct here. This is the best thing I've already in 3 rounds. Is the best team I've seen against E-King and what I've casted so far with E-King. Venus Side Hustle showing a lot of promise here, but they need to convert this 3 onto A side. They understand that sewer control is completely lost and long control. So have a lot of players there, and you can see Minimize having that C long control. That tells them everything they need to know. Mid control could also be a possibility, and maybe into garage. They have to shoot the trip before that happens into garage. Now he comes the execute. We're trying to find 1, but Vina has to find 1. They're coming, Dragon does 1 as well. Swami is on. Oh, it's a 2v3. 1's on side, but you can see they just got all flashed out. And Dragon does get 1. Minimize with the orb. And well, Quaison, he doesn't have a question, I should say. I'm going to call him Quaison. Minimize. Oh, 9! That could have been a huge peak. But Kadiri, he goes out. So 2 players below on HP. I believe that will reset the economy of the Venus Side Hustle as it does. So that is your round, everybody. I mean, it's a good round again for Venus Side Hustle, but the stack there works. They do get the first kill, but Akana and Dragon, they do their jobs and they stay alive.
The protocols from King right now are just immaculate. They know when to hold their ground, they know when to rotate, they know when to take space and take control. They know what to do. And this is just winning them rounds. And Venus Side Hustle just can't do much about it. They're just going up against a really good team. Yeah. Which is likely a problem as they go into this.
Oh my god! Oh my god! And he hit that shot as well. Like, ooh. He got the 2 collapse. There's something with Garage, by the way. I've seen so many operator collapse through that recently in VCL. It's actually kind of scary. Kadiri does find 1. It was an economy round at the end of the day, but Vina House, well, he is the name of Venus Side Hustle himself. There's nothing you can do. Luke does get the kill. Kadiri maybe being a bit too cheeky there, but surely that will be it as Luke does get the kill. They had wraparounds, they had the operator right on it. There's no way you can even maybe to be honest, killed.
I expected more from that.
Good round there. I mean, Minimize just gets a collat, and that will be a timeout from Venus Side Hustle. I think even from an economy round, it was maybe a bit rushed in terms of the ideas they wanted to present, and maybe gave too much away to the side of E-King.
I mean, they can't be letting E-King pull off these individual attacks, man. E-King are just playing really individual plays, and they're making it work for some reason. It's just working. They're peaking together, but E-King's just winning their fights, which is a massive problem. Because if they can't win a fight 2v1, you can't really win a fight 5v5.
Yeah, I recently, I've recently, well, today actually, I bought Oblivion, and from the guy that made Oblivion, Todd Howard, he, famous quote from him: "It just works." That's what the E King is. They just work. It doesn't
If
matter
if
how.
it works, don't fix it.
Yeah, I think even like they're. I think they, like I said, I think they're maybe not. They're giving maybe too much away in terms of map control. There are good stuff like in terms of stacks, and they are responding very well to the rotations and stuff. But I don't think this has been the best macro gameplay from the side of E King. But I think the individual skills are undeniable. So even if they're not 100%, they're maybe 80% on the macro. That's so hard to even exploit as a team like being a side hustle. As the round goes on, minimize, that teleport out, he will barely teleport out. Hunter's Fury will come out, will attack anyone, and will not
Counter Hunter's Fury.
As counter Hunter's Fury will come out, and you can just see one more being shot to the crony on A side. You can see, well, Breachol is invested. One player was caught in that, and that was Akana. Akana's in a lot of trouble here, and they actually might get out of time. That's one from Vex. Vex trying to find anything, but Akana somehow he's alive. How is Akana alive? Minimize gets a kill. Again, how do I say how is Akana alive? It's Suave 1v3. They know exactly where he is, and there's nothing he can do as Akana. He was stunned by that Breachol. You thought he was dead when the jet of Vex just. Sorry, the jet, the ISO Yoru. Oh, no, it was jet. It was jet. I'm looking at E King.
No,
on the right side.
Give me a replay.
Yeah,
give me a replay. What the hell just happened?
Yeah, Vex almost got. He got the kill onto. I believe it was Blue or someone. It was
Blue. I'm pretty sure it was
Blue. But he didn't get the kill onto Akana, and Akana somehow lives with the ultimate still there. So with the Rolling Thunder coming through and him being
get out of my way,
that's pretty insane that he turned that into a free K. That is what these great teams do in terms of the very top of the standings here so far. They really want to prove some of these players. 4 of these players have, they've played in Ascension, but 3 of them, was 2023 Akana. He's the only solo. The other 4 players, they went in duos to other teams. So I think a bit of hunger here in terms of King and wanting to show what they've had. Maybe just last year, they really want to bounce back from it. You can see Minimize. It's just watching this. It's really a Mexican standoff here. Who's going to flinch first? Is it going to be Vex or is it going to Minimize? And we'll Minimize just catches the shoulder. And that is so huge for the round. Home will go out and Joshi is in a lot of trouble here. And you can just see 5v3 situation. Kaniri finds one, Blue gets the other, and that will be the round as Blue gets the right click. It's a flawless round from E King. And just great sight holding there. It's so it just tells you what they can do because you can just give this operator to one of the 2 players. You want to say, hey, Minimize, you want to have the operator? Here you go. Hey, Lou, you want to have the operator? Here you go. They both can they can both be operators and op at a very high level, and that really gives dimension to this team.
Honestly, can we get a clip on that on Minimize's shot? What the hell is that, bro? Probably pulling that up here, mate.
Yeah, a shoulder shot, I believe. It barely caught him. Just see Jet. Oh, baby didn't expect a lot of players here in Garage. VSH does get one back into Garage. They have to know there's players here in Garage, so this could be a play here, but Akana, he wins a really key duel there in terms of getting rid of Quenshin. So you can see 3 players still up on long, and Akana actually won't be on site, although he will be sewers, so they have to clear out Akana first. He's a really hard man to clear out as Minimize gets the operator just in time to save his friend in Akana. It's all up to VSH. VSH really is going to be so hard to find as Lucas gets the kill. It's pretty impossible for any team right now to find anything against King, especially when you just appear on the screen for them, you feel like you're dead in a millisecond.
I mean, going back again to individual plays, these guys are just insane mechanically. They're just winning their fights. If VSH just can't win their fights against E King, then we're gonna see a sweep.
Yeah, I mean,
是时候进入状态了。
they've just been so good so far. E King, again, like I said, maybe macro was lacking a bit earlier, but their individual skill has stayed at the exact same level, maybe even higher than some of the matches we've seen so far in this tournament. I mean, they didn't lose that one clutch round. They'd be 8-0 up. That's not what we're talking about. One player is caught there and back. It's just the side holds are too much here for the side of Vina side half. They get what they need to find a con. If they need to find a win here, but nothing is found. And will Spike is dropping here, and will Lou just finds away Suave, and Kadiri finds Gwension. So it's all up to Vina House. He's stuck again. That's probably the end of him, and it is the end of him. It's just round and round and round and round we're going. And that is just the 8th there for E King.
What is happening?
E King. This is what they do.
It's E King, bro. I watched one game with E King and they absolutely demolished. And I'm just re-witnessing it again. Like this is insane. This is okay. I have no words. I have no words.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a pack of 4 have really a stranglehold of this. As I had to go into that a bit, but Akana and Dragon being really aggressive here. So hold your horses here. Something might happen in the first round. It's minimized. Just taking a little pot shot into mid window, and nothing will be found. But there's really been 4 teams. You know, E King and Long and Friends from Group A. They've looked different in that group, and Bobo and Full House. They've been the 4 by far best teams. They're all undefeated. Remember, tomorrow night we do have Bobo Full House on a different channel. That will be for all of you to watch Free content. As you can see, Lou somehow lives with his life, although Joshy does get the kill, but Kadiri does get the trade back. Now see, Akana dies, and that's actually a huge pick there, because now that's the Vandal. So great work there by Vex. We were talking about in pre-match, maybe being the player that everyone looked at, and now, Minimize misses the shot, and these are the mistakes that made, this is the first real mistakes we've seen from E-King the entire game so far. It's up to Dragon and Kadiri in a 2v4 situation here. And you can just see the Killjoy is disconnected, but there's still about 3 players. No ultimate in terms of Killjoy, but Vex gets the kill, and Vina out. Good round there by Vina's side hustle. They find the second round. Very good individual plays there. Caught E-King a bit napping on towards that A side. Didn't believe Akana just turning the last second. Maybe didn't expect that player, and then Minimize just missing the operator shot, and that was curtains.
I mean, that was mainly E-King losing their fights. They can't. Vina's side hustle can't be relying on E-King to be losing to win rounds. They can't rely on E-King slacking off. They can't. They have to find a round that's solid.
Would be good.
That's really it.
Minimize. He just finds the peak, and that teleport. That's why Yoru is just so good in the current meta. That teleport out.
Oh my!
It is the most. It is one of the most OP abilities, and you know that prior on Yoru might go higher and higher. You know, as Julius, you know, will be interesting. And I will say this as well: Breach as well will be a higher prior in the later future. Kadiri is having a bit of issues here, but we should be fine still. As he just is like, okay, let me tab out. Oh, I accidentally disconnect. Oh, I'm reconnected again. Okay, so he is back in the game by a split second. That is what you call good internet, folks, and a good PC. You can just boot your game back up right away. But you can see Long and Suez is the play here. They lost the first player here in terms of Vex. They do have the Killjoy ultimate. They can invest here, but nothing is being seen. Omen is looking around, trying to find anything here, and you could just see Yoru Minimize. He's got that little 35 there, and well, he doesn't have a teleport this time, so he's stuck in this corner, but he needs to find something here, and well, he's trying to get a flash out, but Suave does get the kill. Okay, so now Akana, that's the first kill from Akana there. Pretty sure doesn't look at it, but Suave, he needs to do the impossible, and there's nothing he can do against Dragon. It's a good side hold at the end of the day. Akana not expected into that
last round in the half.
The boxes, and well, unfortunately for the side of being a side hustle, it's just not enough.
Not enough. Not enough is an understatement against like Yoru as good as Minimize. Minimize is just shredding through them. and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's too much for Venus Side Hustle. They've capitalized on a clutch. They've capitalized on really the only mistake E King have made in a round. In that second round they picked up, but everything else, it's just been all E King, baby. You can just see.
Cage trigger.
Remember, they do
Cage
have
trigger.
the O, and you can just see going off side. So they will give up side control here, but the Cyber Trooper's still out, and Dragon gets him. From where? From spawn? How does he get him through that smoke? That's insane from Dragon.
He's wallbanging to the wall. That was a wallbang.
Breach Ultimate will go down, so that will secure the plant, but
Spike
nothing
planted.
more. So the retake is still definitely on here, and Suave does get King loose. So they're trying to hold this position here, but there's nothing they can do. Hunter's Fury is at the end of the road as Vina House does climb off. He needs to wait. He needs to wait. He's got that. He's got Hunter's Fury to get them off. That's all he has to do. He's got a player wrapping around Garage. He needs to activate Hunter's Fury. He has to do something here. What is he doing? Oh, he's after Kadiri. And no, Suave. No way, Suave gets the side. And you can see he's trying to get him, and Kadiri does get the kill. Oh, good work there. As really hard decision there by the side of being a side hustle. I could see what they were doing.
Switching sides.
I do want. I mean, if he does go Hunter's Fury, he's gonna die probably.
Yeah,
if his players go Garage, so the only way he does it, I think he should maybe tuck more. You know, I know you have the risk of maybe it gets defused, but if he tucked a bit more or swung wide open, then he just was half committed to different approaches, I think, in terms of that. But it's unlucky there, 2v2. I did like the Garage play, Toby.
The garage
it was too.
good, yes.
Yeah, but it was too late. It had to come 5 seconds earlier, and that would have worked out.
Yeah.
Let us hunt.
The Hunter's Fury in that scenario would not really be effective because he would just get rushed again. Just keeping the gun out there would have been the best scenario and winning the gunfight. Unfortunately, he did not win, but we go into the first round of the second half. We can see...
Presence is here, and you can see Execute's coming out. Yeah, I mean, the only way he can use Hunter's Fury is breach stadium, and that was not the plan. So you just see that all the Executes are coming out, everything is coming out. Vex is trying to get the kill. Vinahouse is actually stuck in the position. Vex does find another, and Vinahouse gets another. They've been so good in these pistols. Raleigh does get on, and now it's all up to King Lou. And the King of England do it again. Well, we'll have to see right now. But Vex, well, we've talked about him all game, folks. And, well, that's another round there for being a side hustle. A very crucial round. If they want to even have a chance at this map, they get pistol round. They don't mess up like the first time. And, well, good pistol rounds and from being a side hustle this game. But the second one is the one they convert here, Toby.
Now that is a good round. That is a solid round that we want to see from Venus Side Hustle. That is a good round, and that is the way they can actually beat EK. The only way, really, is to stack a side and gamble that it works. Because E-King really just ran into a stacked side, and we just had... Who was it again? Lex just got him down. We can see Pina House grabbing a kill.
Oh, Vinahouse is in so much trouble though, and yeah, that's the kill. They do have backside here, but they will pick up that pistol. Vex does have that, but Suave finds 2 kills with the Ghost, so the only player left is Akana, and Akana, he does have Spike, but there's nothing much he can really do here. You can just see that he's just swarmed around, and the Killjoy even looking for the flank here will just stay his ground. Will Akana and Vex will get the kill. So 4th round on the board here. Can they beat that mark of 5 and get to even 6? Can they even make a probable comeback here? As just want to shout out K-Man on the other channel doing some VCL OC as well. We've got about 100 viewers on both streams, sitting on both streams tonight. So that's pretty great for the scene. 100 viewers watching some OC VCL action to try and crown split 1 winners. You know, get them. Try and get that prize money and really set themselves up for set 2, which is the big split, of course. Trying to get to Ascension Pacific. You can just see, now we start here, you can see Joshi is just looking through mid-window, waiting for that over peak there. And you can see Flash comes out, they do fan 1, but Tulsi gets caught there by Minimize. That's the individual skill that we talk about. It is a bonus here for the side of King. And well, this is a problem here. They have to run away. Their house is probably dead. Yeah, there's nothing he could do there. He just was a bit too far up, and the position was revealed when he got rid of the camera. And while Suave, I think, just has to not even go into the site. He's just a dead man if he walks in. Has to wait for his friends, his buddies to come in. Vex needs to find at least the first kill here onto the Omen. Can he find anything? And you can just see great gameplay here. They're just really... Oh, Dragon does die there, but Akana comes in.
One enemy remaining.
Just good teamplay there by the side of E-King. And while Suave, he will just save the Vandal, and that will be the round. So 11 rounds for the side of E-King. The next round will be ultra important for the economy of both sides. We could see E-King storm away to a 13-4 victory. Or we could see maybe being a side hustle, trying to at least find past 5 or 6. He's just going to stay in garage window there.
What is our observer doing? I feel like E-King is the perfect mix of aggression, like hero plays, individual plays, and teamwork. When they need to get the teamwork down, they can get it down. And once they go for those individual plays, they just win the fights. Whether it's 2v1, whether it's 1v2, 1v3, they just win the fights.
You know what?
And that's the primary problem for Venus Side Hustle. They really just can't do anything against a team that is this well-rounded.
Yeah, it's too much, it feels like, for being a side hustle, especially on the Mac pitch of this team of E-King. Can the Kings find a way to close this out, everybody? It will be interesting to see. You can see C-Long and that mid-pressure looking for garage. You can see that's already noted, so Jawsy needs to find something here. There's one. No, that's just the fake hit of Minimize. You won't see a Durka clone there from him. Well, he might have been tempted to do it. Bit outdated though at this point, it feels like, as Kajiri has to find the first kill, does not. And you can see Suave, he's going for another pig. That's a bit aggressive from him, you know, with 7 HP, but hey, he lives and he notes the player in garage. So Suave barely alive. Vex, oh my god, but you can see Dragon they don't expect him being a house. He's gonna get one at least in terms of Akana, and that's spiked down. And Hunter's Fury will be used. So Dragon is just stuck there into garage, and no one's garage here. So see if he actually gets the kill. That's a really hard spot to get the kill there. And Lou, oh no, it's all falling apart. 2v1 situation though. And you can see it's all up to Dragon. One of the key members for this King roster. It feels like for a long time. You know, it is, you know, Australian election day. It's also Singaporean election day.
30 seconds left.
His nationality is
Why do you know that?
Because I know that. But
why do you know that?
Listen, there's fun facts with you know, commentators. You have that, but it is their election day as well, and he's Singaporean.
Spike planted.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what can he do here. And well, Quinton does find the kill, and so that will be the round here, folks. And well, yeah, that will be it.
Thanks.
So
that was just well played by Venus Side Hustle. The flank coming in from Lex to Garage, they held that down really well.
Now, here's the funny part. This is gonna, I mean, we're watching through our observer, so the observer can tab for us. Okay, there's a half by the side of, there's a Stinger, light armor Vandal, so it is kind of near a full buy. But this is the best chance that I think the Venus Side Hustle are going to get to 6 here if we want them to get to 6. If they lose this round, the economy is just fully reset. So big round upcoming. Can Venus Side Hustle be the first team to reach 6 on any map against E-King? And that would be even a good bounce back, a good mental confidence booster. It's such a small stat line, but I still think it's so big against the team. Durka clone, not again, as... You know, I beg Minimize does that next game I see him in. If I cast him again, I'm
Who's next?
On Haven. That's a challenge to Minimize, so forward that Tosca to him. He has to dash out, and will dash out, and will live in time, but Akana does find that kill. So too much maybe, but it's a 4v3 situation. You can see Minimize. Oh, he does hear the player. Oh my goodness! He just, his recon bolt is out, and you can see trying to get anything, and Akana saves him in time, and unfortunately went from a 4v3 to a 2v3 as the player Top
Spike
minimize is not
planted.
expected there. Quinton. That's the can't find one.
Last
That's
player
find one, but
standing.
can't find Akana. So Akana finds three. It's
Last
all
player
lost to the
standing.
side of Jorsey. Jorsey versus Akana. He's been so hot. Has Akana. Jorsey maybe not. And he's literally on 1 HP. Oh, the shot dart doesn't go out. But he's... Oh my goodness. He's barely got it. Try to go peek into him. Timing could be huge here. They might not know. Jorsey, the timing is huge. Oh, he's trying to get it easiest, but it's... Oh no, goodbye, Jorsey! That's it, the shot dart comes through! Nothing he can do. And Akana, he sends that last shot dart to kill him.
Match point.
And well, maybe Venus Side Hustle can't get to 6 after all. As it does seem like... I'm losing my head a bit here. My cheeks are going red. It does seem like King are going to close out this map.
I mean, Venus Side Hustle, if they wanted a chance to possibly win this map, they had to win that round. That was E-King's slightly worse round and their stronger round. They had to win it, but they didn't.
It's you and me.
Whoa!
It's just so much utility being done. They've got ultimates online. It's going to 45 swap. Dragon has just teleported again and will minimize. They know another. Quinton had to get another, but he couldn't find it. So this, boys, might be it. They did really well. 5 is nothing to be upset about. They would have at least wanted 6, 7, make it more of a competitive scoreline, but it is the map pick of E-King, but at least it does show life here in terms of this series. Jorsey does get one, but Lou gets the other. In terms of Jorsey, trades him out. GG's in chat, everybody, as E-King will find their first here on their map pick of Haven.
I mean, that was almost a win from. That was almost really good from Venus Side Hustle. Almost getting the 6th round, but just unfortunately unable to convert that stronger round that they had. It's just unfortunate from Venus Side Hustle, and well played from E-King. E-King's continuing to be the strongest team in the split at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're just, you know, they are showing why they're a great team here. Akana, that's a new name in terms of the top fragger. It's usually Minimize or it is Lou that are really top of the scoreboard, but it is actually Akana that is the top of the scoreboard there, but nothing else will be found there. Unfortunately for Venus Side Hustle, I thought Vex played really well. That's someone I did highlight in terms of rating, and he really impressed me. He did stood up sometimes to the side of E-King, and that's a really hard thing to do as individuals come. But yeah, I mean, they're too good here. As that is our first map. You know, I don't think it's worthy enough to do, you know, Flashpoint 2 if people or you know, Flash Part 2 if people remember that, wink wink, because I see that in chat from you lot. But if we get an overtime game, I might flash myself in terms of if it's the greatest game of Valorant history, but you're not going to get that because I think E-King are just a bit too good right now. And E-King, they're just dominant. They've shown they're dominant. They're 11-0. Can we see Venus Side Hustle get back into it in this map too? Can they make me lose myself, go cinema mode, accidentally flash myself again like I did in another unknown tournament? Wink wink. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes down. So we'll be back after this break, and I'm going to hope for a really good map too here because Venus Side Hustle, they've shown some good
there's some promise. There's some promise in that. There's some promise in that play.
And map knowledge. So it's going to be more interesting when they go in the map pick of Lotus. But like we saw last time, we did see King really, really run riot on Lotus the last time they played here. So see you in a bit, folks. And yeah, stay tuned after the break.
Are you muted, Port? Are you muted? You might be muted.
Oh, hello. I guess I was muted on the on our little video. So hello. As I was just being a mime. I was imitating like like that. but I need to clarify this because I don't want to get in trouble for this. Flashing meant slight butt crack. That's it. So I'm not gonna get in trouble for that. That is what.
Bruh, just don't stand up. Just don't stand up.
Yeah, no,
Period.
I've learned that already. Oh, I don't even know if our cams are working. Hello?
Is it working? Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yay!
Oh, we're back. Okay, cool.
So we're back. But yeah, that's all. I'm not gonna get in trouble for that.
It was broken on our side.
Because I know someone could be like, "What the hell does that mean?" But I'm not getting in trouble for that.
Nah, we do not speak of the incidents. We do not speak of it.
It is the incident in at least my casting career. But we should get back on track. We saw King win map 1, 13-5. Side Hustle did very well, but Side Hustle did very well, but King, they were just too strong. We saw individual and macro moments from the side of
Guy can't even say E-King. He said E-King so many times he can't say E-King.
E-King. E-King. And then, sorry if I did. By the way, I didn't even know if I'll have to go back if I did say the F word. I'm sorry about that.
Did you?
If I did, then
so.
I'm in it. But that's what our producer. That's what Absurd
Wait.
said.
If you did, you might be in trouble.
I might be cooked. This might be my last cut. No,
this might be the last cast you have made.
Listen. What one? If I did accidentally, I think one is allowed PG-13. I could be wrong, but one. I think that's a rule. I don't know. Anyways, let's get back to the game.
No, it's M. It's M.
Oh, well, it's an M. No, you need to go.
You almost said it.
I did. I said we need to go.
You almost said another one, but anyways.
No, I said, we need to go. I didn't know I almost said.
You almost said the S word, my friend. My friend.
No.
Said the S word.
Supper? You mean supper? But yeah, I mean, apologies if I did say that. I don't think I did, but if I did, listen, we're having a good day. It's election day. It's I've gotten a game I've wanted in Oblivion for so long. But let's go back into it. This is a disaster. Vina Side Hustle, 13-5, and they lost that. King just too much individually. But now we go into the map pick of Vina Side Hustle here on Lotus. King are good at this map as well. So, I mean, we're seeing the agents go in. Anything that tickles you, Mr. Toby? Anything that
I mean, Vina Side Hustle. We're sticking to the Teo meta for a reason. Teo Breach meta has been terrorizing and like Valorant for the past few patches because Teo was just absolutely broken when paired with Breach. We're seeing that from Vina Side Hustle, and I'm very excited to see how King will go against such a space-heavy comp. Because they can control space really, really easily. Anyways, we go into map here. We start Lotus round 1.
Yeah. I mean,
why aren't you talking?
I do need to, bro. I'm like zoned out because I actually want to see if I said it, but I don't think I did. My God. I think my job is saved. My job is saved, guys. Woo! Okay, guys. It's saved. PG-13. I think we're all good. I don't think anyone in chat complained about it, or else they would have gone crazy about it. So, I mean, okay, Toby, are you ready? I mean, we'll see how this game goes. Are you ready to see the Viper Fade combination?
I mean, I guess we're about to find out.
Yeah, bro. You don't
Side Hustle.
see. Yeah, I will commentate now. You can just see. I mean, a Side Hustle bit of a rocky stuff, but Venus side hustle start here C mount, and they will take that C mount control here. I'll talk about later why the comp is so interesting. And it's all going wrong, although Vex does find one in Akana, so Akana is dead, as you can just say bye to Akana. So 2v4 situation for Kadiri, trying to find something. Vex does find another. Vex finding two of their own here, but barely lives with their own life. 3v2 situation here. Plan has to go down. Maybe
One
Vex
enemy
will
remaining.
another, and while take up a bit, but Kadiri just gets him, and that is your round, Toby. Any thoughts on that?
What did I just witness? 30 seconds into the round, we have 3 people on Venus Side Hustle dying. What?
Yeah,
I mean that is just unlucky, my friend.
yeah, I mean,
That is what we like to call luck.
yeah, I mean, it is lucky, but the reason why the comp is so interesting, you don't
fears
see a lot of
betrayed them.
Viper on this map. You do see Fade a bit. You don't really actually see a lot of Viper in.
No, Viper often. Viper
Yes, but not in OC. Like not in
that's a good point.
OC.
That's a good point. That's a good. Oh!
Usually, okay, well, we're going on now. Minimize my thing.
Spike down.
He's done it again! He's actually just done it again! Give me the ace! Give me the ace! Oh my god! He's done it again! We were just talking! He's done the exact same play that he did 2 days ago! He just did the exact same play! Are you kidding me?
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was him.
No, it was. He was with the Odin 2 days ago. Yes, look, 2 days ago on our Smolchy channel. 2 days ago, he hit an Odin clip, nearly the exact same spot. Yeah, he gets it with an Ares, and he wins the round.
Okay, I need to catch up, dude. I need to catch up.
Oh my god.
I need to catch up. That is insane. He's going for more spam. Get the Odin gets damage.
Okay, what I was gonna try and say is that Viper isn't really seen in these OCE, not even in some of these OCE teams anymore, but more the professional ones you find them. But Quinchin does find Akana, but you do see more the professional teams in the pro circuit, tier 1, even the top tier teams in tier 2, they use this Viper and they know how to use it well. That is why E-King are so good at it. As literally, if you were to see me last round, I literally had a seizure. I'm not even lying. I think Toby can attest to that.
Yeah, I can confirm he was having a spasm.
Dude, we need, honestly, like, we need, like, I know not this, but like in another stream, whoever's like, if we get official production, I need a caster cam replay system for that, for anything. Like, I literally had an actual seizure around.
VCT's short form has caster camera, so you want to copy that?
Find one. So the bonus not going to according to plan. I'm so scared of Minimize. I'm actually just so scared of him.
Dude, that Odin can go
30 seconds
insane.
left.
That Odin can go crazy.
Yeah, and the raid here from K-Man as well, that as that game was finished, as you could just see here, 3v5 situation going through door. Luke does find one. He finds one, but they will get onto site here. Minimize, looking for the player of Quinchin, and does get destroyed by Quinchin. He won't find the ace though, as King Luke does find that kill. So now 3v2 situation, but this is around that side hustle will feel like they should be winning, as it's gonna be interesting to see. You can see one tuck behind bots, 2 into tree. Kadiri trying to clear it out. The first game was a bit more professional here. Luke does get Vex, and now 2v2 situation here. Vita has to find 1 point per second. Great work by Vita House. The namesake of this team, Vita's side hustle. Everyone's side hustling for him, but he's the main hustler in this group. He gets the clutch. And that will be the round here.
Okay, first of all, that was not a clutch, that was a 2v2 situation, but...
2v2 situation!
Holy crap, what a shot!
2v2! But it was I'm saying it's a clutch because this team is scary, E-King, and they do so much. As it just...
Anyone feeling
continues.
generous?
My god, what a shot,
Thank
bro.
you.
That is insane. That's an insane shot. Coming from Minimize, unable to find any... Question, and I don't know who that is. Getting tagged. Oh, a little bit of spam damage. But a Rubble fully in control of E-King. As Vita side hustle. goes to take the C space. E-King, no, they had to give it up. Oh? Being stopped.
Yeah, you can just say thank you. I need time to from these rounds. These are crazy rounds that we're seeing so far. You just see tucked in box Izakana into the opponent here. Sorry for any volume, but I've been Kobe and me. We're the hype casters. We're not monotone casters. There are other people that fit that niche style. But we are hype. We love Valorant. We love watching it. We love seeing those.
We love seeing. What is that flash?
I can't find it. Dragon will get one, and then we'll actually get out. He can get. If he can get TP out, he's gone. He's gone. He's absolutely gone. So that will be the kill, and that's the first kill. 25 seconds. They have to commit to something here. The spike is at defender spawn. It looks like they're going to go C any second.
Defender spawn.
What is going on here? House, it might not be good. He gets the dig onto him, and nothing is found. Lou does get Quinchen as well. And well, there's no time to do anything. There's no time at all. Joshi does get a corner, but they just have to leave. There's no time to plant some. That's the round, and well, being a side hustle, they just play with time too much. Had all players remaining, so 30 seconds remaining, and they were defaulting across the map. 20 seconds left, and well, the spike was in spawn, but nothing could be found as... Oh my goodness, we're having a crazy game.
What is happening?
As
what just happened during that round? Please remind me what just happened during that round.
It's chaos.
That Dragon can't be getting away with that one. He can't be getting away with that on Rumble because they can't be giving people their kills.
Find you.
Like in a side hustle, they're playing fine, but they're giving.
I'm sorry. I gave him the nickname 2 days ago, the Ender of Worlds. I don't know if he likes it or not. I think Lou likes his King of England nickname. So
King of England.
Yeah, I minimize likes his Ender of Worlds because he just ended Worlds.
Is he English? Is he English?
Yeah, oh, Lou is. Yeah, he is English. He is.
Oh, he is? Oh, sick.
Yeah, so. Oh, be careful. Don't say the S word. Hey, you.
I said sick. I said sick.
Okay, I didn't know. We're being very careful here on the PG-13, but Dragon just gets it away here. And I did what you said. I was gonna go after you if you said something. No.
Nah, I generally stay family friendly in my house.
The reason why we're just yapping a lot, by the way, is because these are slow rounds by being side hustle. You can just see minimize. Dragon does get Quinchen, so look at them again. They want to really go in, but they're like, well, Seaside looks pretty open to me, according to the Taiho here is Kadiri. Right now, this will be timing, and well, the timing and reaction here is from, I think Swami does get the kill onto mid, but they have to get on now, and you can see Kadiri is getting on the side. They left it again too late.
They need to commit.
They've left it too late. Maybe not. They've not left it too late. Hold on, they somehow got 2 kills because Joshy got it. They got a plan now, which they do. If he stamps through and gets it, I quit.
Spike planted.
Okay. With about 0.5 left, 2v2 situation. I thought they messed up the timing again, but Joshy actually gets 2 major kills here, as you can just see.
Minimize with the Odin spam.
Yeah, the Odin spam coming in here as Dragon trying to find something for the timing. And well, now it's 2v1 situation as Joshi, he tries to find that player. You can just see, I think he's got the shorty out trying to find anyone here, but nothing like that. He goes left and he gets the player right there. 1v1 situation against Suave. Suave does not have the position, although he does have the utility. Suave versus Minimize. Who will win this one? It will be Minimize. Does he have the time? No, he does not.
He does not have too much.
So the Ender of Worlds, he does end the world. Oh, being a side hustle here, but there's nothing he can do for stopping that defuse. It's a good clutch attempt, but again, no time on the board.
Okay, can we go back to the insanely rate decision to rotate back to C? I mean, I feel like they just overcooked that round until they somehow managed to get on C sides. The overcooking with the macro level decisions just almost costed them that round, but they still somehow managed to pull it off.
Boys, if you want to know, I thought I was the most passionate caster in OC. I don't think I can take that title. This is Toby's.
No, you keep that title.
Oh,
you keep that title.
You get that title.
You keep that title. You keep that title. I'm getting off VCL the moment that this guy's done.
Blinding.
I'm getting off.
Showstopper coming out. Luke can find nothing though. And actually, he gets a showstopper back. That's incredible by Ben. And Dragon Balls get Jawsy. I mean, come on, boys. You gotta give some folks he's going his heart out here for this game, trying to make it as high as he can as Kadiri. We're just having fun, it feels like. Kadiri trying to find something here. Just see Dex and just
Order C commits.
yeah, trying to
Sheer wall trigger.
Oh, sheer wall trigger, but he can't get the player. Sheer wall will go down, but now Vice Ultimate does come out. So here we go. And now Akana does come into Vex. As you could just see,
30 seconds left.
2v4
One
situation.
enemy remaining.
Strike
down.
And now
C.
1v3 situation here. As it's a trade out by Minimize. So 3v1. Kind of lost my mental here, Ben. While Vina can't do anything against that in terms of Kadiri. And that will be it. So
Are we allowed to have 2 shoutcasters on one cast? Are we allowed to do that?
it might be too hot for the chat.
It might be. Are we allowed to have 2 shoutcasters?
I'm keeping my energy. Listen, I'm the hardcaster usually. I'm keeping my energy a bit lower as I've kind of lost my mental will to commentate a bit after the second round.
I mean, like, yeah, leave it to me, but
There.
that. What is happening this game?
I'll find you.
Yeah, I mean, it is more crazy. It's more deception. Look, Lou just gets it. Minimize. That's just how we get it. And there goes Lou. So, you want that rubber control? Unfortunately, the util comes out, the Odin comes out, the spam comes out from the rays of Lou, and you're just dead. And that's pretty much the round, everybody. As Joshi almost does Minimize as well. Don't give Minimize an Odin onto this. I'm surprised he just didn't jump up and actually shoot. Like,
One enemy
exactly where he is. Who gets the kill? Who gets Minimize?
Okay.
Oh my god, the disrespect shooting on the
The
board.
disrespect is insane.
The entire mag.
A king decides to go on a team trip down A level and immediately takes it. No fights given, no contact was allowed. 1 kill, I don't think that was even on A from being a side hustle. But that was fully E-King's round. Venus Side Hustle did not have a chance on A.
Where, listen, this is people are saying that David's doing what's happening right now in terms of
Oh my
god.
days.
Yeah, and there goes Taylor's HP because that is the Odin, folks, and you can just see again the dragon actually does die by Vex, but it kind of gets a trade back. So just the positioning on the map here, Viking has been so good, but Minimize, he just spams that again, and the flash will come out, but that will do basically nothing to Minimize. He'll just keep spamming through as long as he has to do. And you can just see here, Minimize here, trying to shoot through and nothing. You know, once we've got some dead time here. You know what Toby G said to me, folks? You can cast 90%. I'll be quiet. Like, just give me some things. Like, give me like 10%. Then after that game, the last game, he's like, "Oh, I want more. Let me cast this. Let me cast this. I want to cast this. I want to yell with you. I want to have fun." As Kadiri does get the kill, but Quincy does get that kill back. So now it will be a 5 plan. Now Killjoy Ultimate will come down. They have to defend that if they will, but maybe not. As Venus, he's going to just vacate the pressure, the premises, I should say, and that will be it. So I mean, yeah, this is 2 maps. I already put my voice going. But you can see Fadol comes out, but won't actually catch anybody here. Suave going into this deep thing, like deep positioning, but he actually comes back to Hall. You can see they just have to try and find it. The utility is great here. The post planes have been really good from Venus Side Hustle. They've won one, even if good members went down. But you can see Minimize. He does go. And the trades come out perfectly. So although they play the post plan with perfection, in my opinion, for Venus Side Hustle, the man advantage is too much. They trade out the players, and well, unfortunately, for the side of Venus Side Hustle, it's a really critical round going to the side of E-King here.
I mean, when you say that was a perfect post plan, I fully agree with you. That was played to perfection from Venus Side Hustle. But E-King just played even better. Because of that extra man that they have, the extra gun, the trades coming through, they just couldn't go in the way of Venus Side Hustle. And that was the reason why they lost that round.
Yeah, it's the reason why they lost the round. You can just see here, look. Oh, they got Lou on an operator. That is scary. He does find the one, but you can see Shorty Kill goes on to Vex. He just was waiting for that minimize. Oh, is he going to spam through again like he always do? Yes, he does. Did he catch anybody with it? No, not this time, unfortunately. As we could just see, Minimize trying to find anyone.
Oh.
There. See Lou. No,
timing.
He does see the find go past Lou. Minimize actually caught there by Georgie, but Lou does find Vina House. So now 2v4 situation. Lou goes back, but Spike is stuck. Spike is actually stuck here at main. Slimy does get one, but he's in a bit of trouble. The Georgie actually does find one, but unfortunately, Kadiri, he just has the aim. The prodigy of the Kings have found one, and that is 7-2 to the side of E-King.
I mean, I believe that was a eco round from the side of Venus Side Hustle. I believe so. They were pretty low on weaponry. Getting that many guns off, that is insane. Getting so many kills on an eco round, this is still possible for Venus Side Hustle. Not a win, but at least 6 rounds. They could get a decent run here, a decent run at E-King's money, but it just seems a little bit out of reach.
I mean, my memory is foggy. Maybe someone said these guys are not sober. These guys are sober. One of Toby's underage, first of all, so he can't drink. I can drink. I can drink, and maybe I have accidentally. Maybe I've drunk something, and maybe I'm a bit drunk myself. But my memory is foggy. I was gonna say that, but it just feels like Venus Side Hustle. It's like this last map a bit, maybe a bit closer in terms of these round situations, but they're just not finding really close rounds. You can see does go out to Fury. Well, he's just in a lot of trouble here.
Whoa, he can't be getting away with that.
No way. He should just hold sight by it, right? And that's why I let Toby shoutcast, because what is that, Kadiri? What are you doing? You can't do that. You can't do that! This is VCL! This isn't ranked! Oh my goodness, Kadiri just gets the absolute clip of a lifetime as I go monotone there for a second, and then all the energy sprouts out of me as just Kadiri somehow holds the side. It was such a good take. Left. He was preached, stunned to the minimum, and you could just see Lou, he gets as Toby loses his mind again through the wall, and you can just see Akana. Surely will get Georgie gets the second one there as well. And that will be the round, folks, as Toby, he might upset everyone in his household, but he doesn't mind it. I don't mind it as well.
Okay, what is that round? Okay. Like, Kadiri just, I don't know how to say his name. Kadiri.
Kadiri.
He just stood his ground!
You know,
there's a rolling thunder and a flying rays in his face.
You know, like, some people might get it. ESL, like, CS, they kind of like move phase. What is going already? King Lou just gets the control of Georgia. He's trying to make a comparison as Kadiri gets another Inquisition. So now 5v3 situation, we're just gonna make a comparison. This feels like one of those like games where the cast is like,
good hit.
Oh, this big opportunity. We're just gonna have fun with it. You know, it's a fun night. It's a match that the King. It really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. For Side Hustle, it does, but I don't think they expected. I don't think you got to expect to win, but they knew there was a hard chance of winning this series, and even a map himself. And you could just see 5v3 situation on the economy round as finally I'm losing my words a bit here. You can just see they do go through mountain. It does look like they're challenging the seaside, but you don't want to challenge it when Minimize and Kadiri's here. The shot does come out. Now Minimize is still on the side. I'm scared about this. There's one.
Spike down.
You can see he finds V.
One enemy
The Onan is too much. Akana gets the kill, and there's only one player left. going to do anything. He does have the Vandal. Everything being used. Odin, Operator, Vandal.
30
He's going to get
seconds
killed.
left.
Well, it gets minimized, but Dragon, unfortunately, he will end the round against Suave. So that will be your round 9-2.
Last round before the switch.
As everything's going off in Toby G's background. And we're having fun.
Is there stuff in my background?
I think.
I don't think so. I don't hear anything. Might be the earphones. Fucking secret. But what is happening? This game. I don't think you guys see this game as like very chaotic or anything. But I can't keep up. Okay, thank you for letting us know that the order is dropped.
Yeah.
Salvo's getting used. Clear out this position. Lou on this angle. Seems aware of it.
Oh my
shot
god! Yeah,
down.
King Lou, King of England. It's known he can just hit those shots consistently, and well, you can just see as
Poison orb emitting.
as just looking through mid, nothing found here. Team mound.
Poison
This is just a fun game. Like this is when you're gonna have fun here. In terms of it, you see minimize something. Lou does get the other into Quench. You don't want to give him the operator. Feel like a carnival one. He's stuck here. He's snagged him. Well, he's just killed by minimize. So now She-Wolf coming out. It just is too much. It feels like for Venus side hustle. The first couple rounds have been great.
There.
But nothing has really been seen so far in terms of Venus side hustle in the last couple rounds. It's just all been king so far. And now it's a 2v4. And does find one. He does find a second, but it can't actually dispatch him off guard. Yes, he will. He does get the 2k there. And almost a disaster there. Somehow for E-King, but they win the final round of the
Switching
half. And that
sides.
is it.
All right, I feel like that half was better for Venus Side Hustle compared to the previous game, even though it's the exact same scoreline. I feel like they're going into this with a little bit more momentum. The rounds that they got felt more solid compared to the previous half of the previous game, because the previous game they really just got round off a lot. But this game, this map, they're really putting their game on. They're really getting those rounds in, and
Yeah.
I think this might be the map where we see E-King drop 6 rounds to another team.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm excited for, Toby? I'm excited for both of these teams to watch his VOD back and like be like, what the hell did we just witness in terms of casting? As Dragons, they all go out in terms of Vex, and just perfectly timed. They do get one, but they still drop them down. It's a great peek out here. I mean, yeah, we are basically all these players. They're getting clips from us, so I think they should thank us, give us a credit. You know, say hey, follow us. You know, but we're giving them some actual content on their YouTube, on their Twitter as well. They does find one. That's a big kill for the corner. Gets him just before the smokes trade. So now 4v3. They do plan onto this B side.
Spike
You can
planted.
just see here. You can just see 4v3. One Link, both Link it seems like, none coming through spawn. As you can just see, Fade actually has that spawn. Suave does get one. You can just see Fade timing here, and Quenchen actually gets perfect timing onto minimize. So hold on, still round going here. 2v3 situation. Mojo is on low HP. Does go for that blindness. It does find Kadiri. Okay, 2v2 situation, but has to get the kill here. And the paranoia comes
Last
out
player
instead.
standing.
Actually, Quenchen does get the kill, and then wow, that is awesome by Venus Side Hustle. They convert a 4v2 round with that control of defender side and spawn and only lane control at their disposal. Nothing is found. And that is the round.
That's massive. It's absolutely huge. Like, momentum is a thing, right? Like, as we know, momentum for winning a round, winning a side, whatever. It's a big thing. It affects players' mentality a lot, and that round, I think that's gonna bring the mentality up by a lot. And this is the sort of momentum that Venus Side Hustle is going to need. Venus Side Hustle needs more plays.
I can't believe the casting this game as Luke does get a kill. Dragon actually gets minimized. A lot of utility. Both Raiders grenades come out and kill, and well, now it's a 2v4 situation here.
Oh, but There's
Kana's
still
got so
lurk.
much space. Kadiri needs to win this fight, it feels like. Kadiri's in trouble, I feel like, but you can just see, oh, the tail
Kana.
being, the tail
Kana.
being, yeah, but look, he's wary of it.
Where?
Vinahouse, he understood where he was, and well now, he's just over here, and well, Kadiri does find one, but nothing can be found. Really good game sense there by Vinahouse, knowing a player could have stuck up B and gone into stairs. That's exactly what happened, and Kana had a very, very dangerous position to win the round there, but that is the round.
I mean, again, like I said, momentum is a thing, and I feel like with those 2 rounds, the mentality is gonna be insanely high. E-King might be slipping away from this at this point in time. They might be losing 2 more rounds.
Yo, I'm gonna you know, like the cast in the ring. I'm gonna be like, chat, are you having a good time?
Oh, you got entertained.
Ozzy!
Oi. No, I'm not Ozzy.
You can just say, well, Josie, well, he gets the kill onto Akana, and well, the Aussies battling it out. A couple representing different nationalities. They all live here in Australia, so they want to do their best. And when there's a swallow, does find 2. Kadiri does find 1. You can just see Josie coming back. Dragon does find 1. They need to be careful here because they're losing the player advantage here. Kadiri has 17 HP and 25. Now, Plant will go down here. It will be about Omen and the timing here. Smoke will go down. Ooh, Joshi, you can see this. Oh, Joshi just plays into the smoke. It's something King I've seen a lot of them do. And it looks like they might. What does Vex do here? He's got, I believe, a Phantom. And you can just see, that around, seeing if they're going for. Oh, I didn't even know Spike isn't planted. Wow, I'm dumb.
Yeah, he tapped it. Yeah, he tapped it. No, but wait, he's aware.
30 seconds left.
Vex is aware.
If he catches it, wait, he can actually catch this. Do
Wait,
they go B?
this is
winnable. Oh, no.
This is insane.
This is winnable, but
Wait,
oh,
this
smoke.
They could have caught the top.
They didn't see him. They didn't see him. Oh,
Wait.
10 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
He can leave. No, what are you doing? Oh my god.
No,
4, 3, 2, 1. Go. 0.9. How is he? Oh my god, how has he got Spike down there? Little Dragon. He's playing the exact same position. He wins it this time, and beat a side hustle. They go to 5. Couldn't make it.
Conversion.
Hey,
bonus not conversion for BSI also. This is huge.
Let's keep it going.
could we see a 6? Maybe we did hype. Maybe this cast is hype enough because maybe this will be the most rounds by a team against E-King this entire split so far. They need 1 more round and then they'll break every other team. They'll get to 6.
That's a Venus Side Hustle timeout.
Timeout. Yeah, I mean, got to reset mentally. Maybe they're happy.
Nope, that Rodder team. This is a team that won their bonus round.
Yeah.
I don't think you realize. This is Venus Side Hustle timeout.
Yeah, well, they want to listen. They're gonna take a timeout. They want to read. They personally want to read. Like that's probably a crazy round to win. It feels like.
Yeah. It might be like. It might be like over ego, like over PK.
No, it's just I would bet there's a bit of hype, and also there might have been protocols. Like they almost lost that 4v2 situation there. That was an easy round to actually convert for them, but they almost lost that. So they really shouldn't have gone to that position into going to Vex, as you could just see here. No. I think
I'm not looking around.
as having a bit of fun here, but we could see Kobe. I mean, we'll get the whole family in if we need to. Let's do it. Everyone can cast in. And
hell no, bro. Hell no.
Don't blame him. He's in an open room, so you know.
Hey, stop doxing me, my friend.
His family is loud as well. I'm not. That's a good kill. Vex does get Akana here. Now Kadiri has like the fastest internet in the West. He just disconnects and reconnects in like a second. I don't know how he does it, but fair enough, my friend. As you can see, he doesn't get caught off by that, luckily. As you can just see. Just see here.
Dropping spike.
Going through the middle here. so
Wait.
many different words.
That spike drop might have been audible.
Yeah, definitely might have been one. That's fine. Well, Joshy does get another. They know where the player is. Now it's a 2v2. They know exactly where they're going as well. It's C. So now, Ultimate is online if they want to go for or
One enemy remaining.
You could just see Kadiri. Kadiri almost. Kadiri is so unlucky that
30
he doesn't
seconds
get
left.
it. But he's actually just going to go Adis instead, so he will get a sight. Saw a 2v1 clutch from Vex last round. Ken Kadiri do the exact same thing. Look at this cinematic camera. It is beautiful.
I think he still has a stinger. He still has a stinger. This is still winnable for Venus Side Hustle.
But I think he'll go with the Sheriff here as more comfortable 150 if you get the headshot. He does have ultimate, so he could use that if he wants to bring him down to the advantage, but I don't know if he will. Kadiri, this is actually really good. You can just see misses the first shot. Kadiri's in a lot of trouble. And he shot no scope there by Vex. Vex has been huge these past couple rounds. He's been huge throughout the entire series. Toby, everybody clap! We've got a new record against E-King, and it's 6 on the board for Venus Side Hustle.
It's Venus Side Hustle.
It's the most rounds. It's the most rounds against E-King this split. So that is listen, at least we're saying that as like, oh yeah, that's really good. Dude, Venus Side Hustle could win the game. If they just find 2 more of their gun rounds and don't lose an eco, there's a chance actually Venus Side Hustle could get back here. Their defense has been looking really solid, Toby.
Yeah, I mean, Venus Side Hustle is playing this basically perfectly up to this point. They just haven't been really getting caught off guard by E-King, and E-King just can't find much.
They can't find much, and you can just see that default position. Won't challenge that A-Rubber position, but we'll challenge the we'll challenge mid and main. But it looks like C is going to be the play here. 2C mount, but they don't actually go through. So doing some stuff. You can just see it kind of vacating the premises. So there's no information on that raise bot. Be it used, and you can see after that was used. Actually, you can see. Akana's like, everybody, let's go and attack this rubble position. They've guessed correctly that rotations have actually been B, and this is the macro gameplay we talk about here. You can see Vex is being careful, does know the fade eye, so he's just calling out the teammate, hey, there might be more presence here than we think it is. Smoke comes out at perfect timing, so control really not established here. They have to try and find it. Do they check this? No, they don't. And Suave, and you can just see, it's beautiful from Venus Side Hustle, they get free. But now, Quinsha does Dragon expect, yes he does. Oh, we'll get a kill, yes he does. So now 4v2 situation here.
From the shadows.
Oh, he's trying to block it, but he can't block it. Vex trying to block the spike, but that won't be found. So actually, C-Site is done. Retake as a team is the job here of Venus Side Hustle. Away back into the round.
Rolling thunder.
Yeah, then they're going to be on side.
10 seconds left, 10 seconds.
That's going to be too much. They know the spike's in there, but he actually gets out. Somehow Dragon's alive. As you can just see.
Oh, the timing.
But now Kadiri in the 3v1 situation, he does find one, but the shorties come out. Nothing he can do there. And Venus Side Hustle find a crucial round.
That's 7 rounds! That's 2 more rounds to the last person!
We might be seeing the first real weakness here from E-King in a game that I won't lie, we overhyped a bit in the start. Maybe we overhyped it because we knew some god out there was like, well, it's gonna be maybe a close map here.
I mean, this is still winnable for Venus.
This is so much better than 2 days ago against London fans. This is so much better from Venus Side, especially against this comp, which I did see King just absolutely destroy Chilke Foxes on as well last time up. Trying to go through, and the one is dead. Trying to find another. Ooh, the player is there, and Dragon has to get out. So he wants one trade.
Armageddon!
But surely he's dead, and yeah, Kadiri is the last player alive, and that round is quick as it is over. That is your round, 10-8, and one more gun round, Toby, and one more gun round. It's 10-9. And then after that, it would be 10-10 to the side of Venus Side Hustle if
they don't get ecoed. If they don't get ecoed.
So this is a huge gun round actually for the round. E-King's mental needs to stay strong here. You could argue about the ultimates being used there in terms of the Armageddon, but I still think that was definitely just a round-winning play and using it. So I think even on ecos, if you've got a utility, an ultimate that can win you a round, then use it. And that's exactly what Venus Side Hustle did. This is so much better than the last 4 maps they played. Last time they've won a map was against Source Gaming. That map won. They lost 2 overtimes in a row against Source Gaming. The upset of the split so far, as you can see, goodbye. As what is going on?
I mean, this is fully winnable for Venus Side Hustle.
Yeah.
Again, we can't express this enough.
I was just saying your mic was like going crazy, my friend.
My mic? I haven't been saying anything.
Oh, it was background, but we'll go through this.
I'm gonna increase the noise. There you go.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be interesting here to see how this all plans out. But yeah, like I was saying, the upset of the split so far was Side Hustle getting upset by Source, and then they lost really convincingly against Long and Fred. This is a great return to form. They can find this map. This gives them not only so much confidence for the rest of the tournament, it feels like in Split 1, but even the series. Could they even score a miraculous upset? They need to find this round. They need to be careful here. They're trying to clear out this A main. This could be the wrong play here. As there are players, Vex don't get one. This is trying to find another player, but they do get away. So Vex gets minimized. That's a huge first piece. But you can see they're mostly going retake here. They look to be going C, so they vacate the C side completely, and that might be a bit of trouble here. Rocket Fuse does go out, so that is the ornament gone. And you can see Plant will go down. Quinshin is just going to make sure Hall's control is there for them. I wonder what they do here.
Wait. Did I just hear you say Rocket Fuel goes out?
Quinshin and being a bit careful here. They're just
tear.
going to get Hall's control here.
Thorns activated.
Feel like as they need to go now, it feels like. Yes, it does. 4v5 situation here. You can see 3 players coming out, and while that is going to be good stalling util from the side of the Vena Hustle.
What a shot!
Off the server. That's not what Vena Hustle needed. As a Kaya, he got one for the Paranoia, and might even find another 2v3, 3v3 situation. Kadiri needs to try and find one, and well now, you can just see Quinshin's coming in.
Enemy
He
remaining.
finds one. It's one enemy. It's Kadiri. It's a 3v1. Kadiri has to do impossible, and there's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do. And he has it. Oh my god. Oh my god. He got it. He got it. Oh my god. I didn't even realize until the last second. 0.08. And now something has to happen. King are in shambles. They probably thought they won that off of time. I didn't even recognize the timing. And it was 0.08, Kobe. Unbelievable. Okay. I'm going to yell my heart out for that. Maybe some of the other plays, we went too far that play. That is an unbelievable round by Venus Side Hustle.
Okay, Portugal. First of all,
Now we wait.
can we ask what you calling the showstopper Rocket Fuel?
Yeah, sorry, Roch. Sorry.
All missiles away.
Massive for Venus Side Hustle. They needed a round, and they got a round.
Good first peak, and no more aggression. So they get that peak onto Blue. This could be a tie game. Folks, this is the closest enough we've been so far with King. This is the weakness that we've maybe been thinking it would never come. Maybe until the next game. As you can just see,
Found them.
Quentin,
Killed my bot.
that is, he needs to get one. One would be good, just maybe even 2. He does find one, trying to find another. You can just see here, he needs players on the side. Any time now, needs somebody to come. And well, he does get another, so that's a huge thing. He does get it, but maybe Suave went too far out. As now it's a 3v2 situation. They need to play together. That's been the biggest weakness so far of Side Hustle. Can't be letting that peak go to waste here. 2 players. 9 here, as you can just see, it's been this fabled side of C. Last round they won. Ornament is up for the vice of Kadiri. Kadiri needs to find something here. They don't have it in the default position, not the position they like, but they had to put it there. They have no control, anything here. Ray's old Wilton, Ray's grenade will go out.
Last player standing.
He found it, Georgie. He finds that kill again. It's a 3v1. It's the exact same situation here. They need to find something. Kadiri! Oh, he almost found the clip of his lifetime. He almost found the clip of the lifetime, and he almost saved King from going Tied up, but it's all about Wiener House. You saw that last flick. It was so close, but Wiener House, he's just a bit faster on that gun. He had the time to steady himself. It's 10-10. We've not seen this in a while here. I feel like in split 3 and split 1 here for E-King, for that organization. 10-10. It is now all tied up. How do E-King reset here mentally? It was 10-2, wasn't it, at the half?
4. Yes. E-King has not won a single round.
Unbelievable seeing this thing, folks. No round win here on the attack. It's just been the perfect defense. Maybe something they'll have to keep in mind for future games if they can escape this one, but it feels like escape would be the best metaphor here. Maybe Suave's being super aggressive, but it will play out. You can just see here, as it just is going incredibly, and my voice is lost. You don't get these, even just winning this game would feel like an upset.
There, take them!
Vina the substitute, maybe the person overlooked on JFT. Hasn't really evolved a lot. Only some games was he in, and this would be revenge for him. He does find one in Quench, and that's a huge pick. Viper's Pit does come out. So Viper's Pit will come out here, and Spike will be planted. They will go down, and they have to just go. Killjoy is a good Killjoy. They have to vacate and go to tree here. They just have to vacate this. There's nothing they can do. Viper could stay in it and still keep the Viper's Pit. That is the big thing there. As Katiri, you can see trying to keep anything here. Showstopper is being found. He's still Kadiri here. Kadiri does find one. They know what players here. Flash down. Nothing can be found. Luke does find 2. He finds 2 crucial ones. But now Suave. He's got 1. He doesn't find it. Oh, Kadiri finds 1 instead. Joshi hoping for anything. But time is not on his side. He gets another. He's trying to get it. But Luke can't get to half. If he can get to half, he might be able to find it. Does he get stick on? Oh, it's not enough time. It's not enough time. Joshi, it goes down to the wire. My voice died there. I couldn't commentate any longer on that round. It comes to the last couple of seconds. Lose packs come out, I don't know what you call them, and they save the game. They get the first round of the board here for the side of E-King.
Out of charges. Placing sentry.
Unbelievable here. We are seeing a classic. We might have had a bit of fun with it. Taking a bit of Mickey out of it at the start and just had a little fun, but now this has become one of the best games this split we have seen in terms of a map. Nobody thought they could be there. And you can just see here minimize. It's 11-10. This is a round that is crucial for the entire game. E-King could establish her dominance back, but could Vina side hustle. Maybe find something special here. Oh, Vina House gets him. Unbelievable. That is unbelievable for Vina House. Quench's trying to find anything. The teleport will come out. He might not know about the teleport. He's in a bit of trouble here, Quench's. He might not even find a peek. He whined. It's a 4v4 situation again. Actually, no, Quench actually gets a big 2v2. Katiri. Now it is a 2v2 situation. I didn't know it could. Quinish lived up, and now 2v2. It now comes down again. Plant won't go down, they will know that. Plant will now come down. Kadiri is going to clear out Hall. This is such a huge round for the entire game. This could be the round. I don't know about economy situation, but you feel like both sides are struggling here, folks. This could be the round that decides a lot here. Lou, he's might get the timing. Vina House, it's all up to Lou. He finds one. Could he find Joshi? It's all about Lou. It's been these 1v1 situations in these last couple of rounds. Who's going to find it? It's Joshi again. He finds the P. And he will get that round win for Vina's side hustle. He will find it. He will find it when they need him the most. Toby, any thoughts?
It's on the cards. I cannot say anything else. OT is on the table. We might be seeing overtime from these two teams.
Tab Frost is over to whoever. Just timeout is coming from King. Timeout is coming from King for Fadius. Man has coached Scars, has coached this iteration of this roster for about a year now, for 2 last year, now this year. Tab for us for a second if you can, just so I can see the gun situation observer. Whenever you can do that, whether it's after. Okay, good. Boys, it is a broken economy here for the side of King. This is a golden opportunity for Venus Side Hustle to take it to 12 and then take it to a 13. This is an unbelievable map. It's been the best we've seen so far, I think. I know there's been a lot of overtimes, but knowing the expectations here, E-King had been dominant. They had not let a single team past 5. None had come past 5 in 11 maps until this team being a Side Hustle. They come in and they somehow are tied up here, and they've got a great chance of at least sending it to overtime. But could they do a miracle and send it to map 3? It would be something the viewers would want. I think it would be as well. As you can just see, everything is going off.
Breathe deep.
Words are losing myself. Calling Raiders utility packs.
I have the spike.
Calling showstoppers rocket fuses. Losing
So it's satchels, by the way. It's satchels, not
satchels.
packs.
Yes, I know. I thank you. My mind is a bit kerfuffled. Grenade comes in. You can see rocket fuse. Armageddon does come on in, and Joshi actually does find one. He does find another, and Sui. Akane is down basically to one. Kadiri does find Sui. Hold on a second. This is still on. On the side of King. This can't be where it is. This is Heartbreak again. Lighthouse. He does get the kill onto Kadiri. Akane has 1 HP in a dream. And it's all up to Lu. And Lu does find one with a stinger. How does he find that? He does find this. He will get a bulldog. Maybe the weapon he would not like in terms of it, but 2v2 Akana.
planted.
It's literally 2 free HP. You can just see here, it's all again to a 2v2 situation. Who plays it better? Oh, this could be timing here. Next! Oh, he doesn't expect it! He needs to get him! Oh, he doesn't get it in time! This could be disaster here for the side of VHS! They've done everything right! But has it all fallen apart here? It has! It's fallen apart! At the last hurdle, it feels like! Woo gets the final kill, and they lose the economy round. All odds, it looked like it was going to at least be 12 for Venus Side Hustle, but it's nothing to be found. E-King are 1 away, and I think economy is now broken for Venus Side Hustle.
That's gonna be tough on the mental. That's gonna be insanely hard against them. Knowing that they could be that close to winning the match and letting it slip out of their hands of an eco round. That's gotta be really, really hard on them. But we can see King on a C rubble push.
Toxin screen down.
Or taking that space.
Oh my god.
As Venus Side Hustle takes a rubble. Rubble space taken. Sheer wall. Pop.
I don't think anyone expected this to come down the last round of regulation, but a miracle has to be found here by the side of the Side Hustle here. They've done so well to get this to 11. Timing might not be good there for clean shoot. You can see how trying to shoot through, and you can see, oh, if he's tagged up there, Dragon, very lucky to maybe live his one another day. And he actually does get killed, so they're going to gun over. 4v5 situation here. You can just see, minimizing Kadiri, they do find one. It goes up. They know there's a player there, but Kadiri finds another. It's 2v4 situation. It could be too much to ask for, but Joshi does find one. And now it comes down to this. Kadiri, the aggressive play, the Wonder Kid. Could he make the game winning play? Winning play. The Wonder Kid from AIC. He was recruited into this lineup, and he has delivered. G's in chat, everybody, as that is your game and your series. As Side Hustle, they push the Kings to the closest they've ever gotten to. They only saw 5 against the other 5 teams they faced against. But when it comes to Side Hustle, they push them so close on their map pick. But it's not enough. It's not enough. They lose a crucial eco and a winnable round. And just Kadiri was the difference. And that will be your series here tonight.
E-King got pushed to their absolute limits.
I am standing up. I'm in disbelief. I don't know what you saw. I don't know if you saw my belly or whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, no, we saw nothing. We saw nothing. It's fine. But
God.
E-King got pushed to their absolute limit that match. And we saw exactly what they had to prevent, what preventative measures they had to take to make sure that they didn't lose this map. It was so close to having Venus Side Hustle winning against E-King. This proves that E-King can be toppled. They're not invincible. and we can see competitive games.
This
Now,
is a yeah.
E
You go.
King. E King. Okay, let me go. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
E King gonna go against Long and Friends. Is it next time?
Yes.
Is it? I'm not sure. Yes. Long and Friends are currently 5-0 as well. I don't know about the previous game, but this could be close between E King and Long and Friends. This could be really close.
I think this will. I think I think everyone could agree that E King looked the best so far this tournament. And Long and Friends, they've got some amazing players of themselves here. You know, we will get on. I will get on to the side of Venus Side Hustle because that team does need to be mentioned heavily. But E King, they looked unbeatable, and now they do have a dent in their armor, at least on Lotus. That was really close. And you know, this wasn't against a team that we thought would take a map off of them. So it's really, you know, we knew this Venus Side Hustle team was good. Definitely a playoff team, you know, but we have seen, you know, it's going to be really interesting against Long and Friends. That's going to be a rematch of JFT boys, remember, and Kiss and Mirza versus Akana. It's going to be an epic game. You know, I think maybe even some boys here. I think I see some Mirza and Mammal, and I think some others as well looking in chat. Maybe they're getting some information here about E-King, but E-King, a bit of dent in their armor finally. They looked absolutely unbeatable. Even if you put them against the other teams, like the other top teams theoretically, people would say 2-0. 2-1 maybe, but 2-0. Now it does look like we're going to have a really competitive series because E-King, again, that's not going to be the end of it. And maybe Long and Friends don't find it, but Long and Friends and E-King, to me, you could very much argue a top two in the entire, you know, in the same group, but in the entire split. There's a very credible argument there, and so that is it. As yeah, you can just see. Toby, is there any thoughts you want to say?
I mean, what the juggernauts, the literal stronghold. They don't look so strong anymore. Even the strongest armor can have cracks. It's not impossible to beat E-King, who is arguably the strongest team right now. We still have Bobo on the other group that is also 10-0 on their maps. It's not entirely impossible to beat them. And I think that is what we can expect to see later on in later matches, whether that be playoff, semis, or even the group stage. We can see teams beat E-King. It's not impossible. It's fully possible, as we just saw with Venus Side Hustle against E-King. Venus Side Hustle wasn't the best team, and they pushed E-King this far into Lotus. This shows that it's completely possible. Again, like I say, I'm saying this way too many times, but E-King, not so invincible as you might think. So other teams, if you're watching this, take notes.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just quickly side hustle, and then once we do that, we'll get final comments from each other because I think that's fair. It's a shout out to whatever. So we'll go for side hustle now. GG said E-King, though, they did win that map one convincingly. We know their Haven is good, but I did not expect that on Lotus at all. Something I think they will be a bit disappointed by with how dominant they've been, knowing how much they almost lost that. You know, if they lose that, definitely could have gone to OT, could have gone the other way very easily. So it's going to be very interesting here. King and Long and Friends, if you want to go check that out, that is on Monday on K-Man's channel. Please go ahead and watch that. It's going to be as a banger game as that. But going back to Side Hustle, they lost to Source Gaming, and I said the upset of the split. That's what others have said, I've heard from. And then they lost really convincingly to Long and Friends. And you go in tonight, the momentum's completely off them. And then after the first map, you're like, well, it's not going to be their day. After the first half, well, it's not going to be their day because it's a 10-2 half. And they just dig in and they find their momentum back. You know, even I know they do lose 2-0 here, but that last map is literally that is the return of the Venus side. So we are in the split. So yeah, Venus Side Hustle could be very proud of that map too and pushing it. They'll be very disappointed not to put it to a map 3. But this is a team that has promise and can score an upset in the playoffs if everything goes right and the momentum is on the side like we saw tonight. And even, you know, in terms of a map and the momentum they carried against Eton was crazy. So that, anything on that, Toby, and then anything on Venus Side Hustle, and then we'll get to final comments from both of us.
I mean, I don't really have that much things to say. Again, it's just Venus Side Hustle, amazing hustle, my friends. That was some good gameplay we saw out of you, and seeing these teams play, it's just a really fun time seeing two really good teams battle it out to the end. It's just really fun to watch. So I really want to thank Portugal here for helping me out with this casting. Like I could not do this by myself. Portugal, thank you so much for being my shoutcaster
Yeah.
and helping me do this. Tosca, thank you so much for letting me do this, letting me be part of this. I'm very glad to be here and to help out. Otherwise, go check me out on Twitch. I stream sometimes, but yeah. Anything else, Portugal, or not?
Yeah, I mean, your final comments are there. Shout out to our producer here, Chaos, and our observer, Tibbs. They did a wonderful job tonight. Obviously, Toby, thanks again. Tosca assembling the team to cast E-King, which, she does manage. So she probably would have had a bit of a big heart attack there at the second map. I think she might have been out of her seat as well. But that's fine. I mean, I thank you for being for the cast. I know the second map was a bit crazy at the start. I'm not gonna lie, I was just having fun with it, and like Toby was going crazy as well, and we were like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun." And then it actually turned into one of the best games we've seen this split, which is unbelievable. So you can actually hear I don't know if you guys can hear it, but like from the start, if you just WOD review back right at the start, my voice is good. It's actually fully gone now. It's fully gone. So again, thank you VCL split the VCL LPL for letting us communicast here. It's an honor. Hopefully we did well. We had a bit of memes. We had a bit of fun, but
yeah.
for me. If you want to check me out on Twitter for any inquiries, or you just want to give me support at any point, it is cast support at cast support 554. I'm there for, like I said, inquiries for FPS games.
Yep.
Valorant, of course, we love Valorant here. And also, I will respond to any nice comments because I always love nice comments. And then Discord is the same, Portugal 504, but I don't know how many people have me in a
I mean, people still reach out on Discord. It's fine.
But that is it, folks. Last thing again, I will remind you, Monday is a big match. It's probably the biggest match. Tomorrow, remember, we've got Bobo versus Full House, I'm pretty sure. That will be an undefeated showdown, and that could decide Group B. I don't know where that will be streamed, but on Group A, we do know where that will be streamed. K-Man, the great commentator, what a great man of OCE. He does so much for the scene. Definitely, listen, I think they wouldn't have been as hype, but I think maybe as a personal preference, I would rather listen to him than me. So I think he's probably the best community caster out there. Personally, he's a legend. He does so much for the scene. Please check out Long and Friends versus E-King on Monday. That's a huge match. That's going to decide the seeding of number one. That's going to decide who remains on the undefeated. I know it's been a long outro. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for all the viewers that watch, even if you dropped out, which I saw a couple of people do, and some people drop in and be like, whoa, what is going on? That is all from us. That's all from me, Toby G, Portugal 554. Hopefully I see you in another VCL cast, but that is all for me tonight. See you later, folks, and have a great evening.